And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster and I'm touching base with you as I do every day. And I'm back. I am back from Martha's Vineyard and the African American Film Festival. And what a time it was. Guys, so good to see you all. I missed you all. I missed you all. And see who's first in the building. Let's see who's first in the building. Omar, wait, it's Kelly. Kelly is it first in the building. Good morning, Kelly. Yay. Hey, and look who else is in the building. Mr. Omar Ramos is in the building. Dr. Tachi's in the building. He's alive. I am back. I am back after a busy week in Martha's Vineyard. It was spectacular. Have so much to share with you all. We're going to talk about that. We're going to do our Motivation Monday today because today is Motivation Monday. So we need to be motivated for this week. So we're going to be getting motivated. We're going to talk. We're going to hang out. We're just going to have a good time today. It's just so good to be with you all. I missed coming on live like this every day. You guys are a major part of my day. You are a major part of my week. And I am so glad I am back with you all. And next week I'll be away again. No. No. But when I'm away, I'm going to try to be on every day. So I am heading to South Carolina and looking forward to that vacation. That is vacation. That is a vacation family time. So that's going to be really cool. Let's see. Kelly says, glad you had a great time. Yes. And Dr. Tachi says, welcome back. Welcome back. And Elise is in the building. My Elise. Elise was in the building. Yes, anytime I think art, I think Elise. And so you know what that means, Elise? That means you got to go all in. Because when I think of art, I think of you. And I met some amazing art vendors up at Martha's Vineyard at the film festival. So many cool people. I interacted. I cannot wait I have so many photos to edit and to get to the different vendors, to the houses, Warner Brothers, Hulu. There's a bunch of them. MGM, Peacock, all of these institutions. And yesterday, I want to say thank you to the Martha's Vineyard Film Festival for using my photos on an ABC segment yesterday. So my photos were on ABC on a segment featuring the film festival. So yes, on that. I'm waiting for the link, so I'll be able to have that link for you guys. So it'll be in the Patreon community, and it'll also be where I can share it with you all. But I'm excited about that. So my photos were on ABC. So that's a good platform to have your work on. And so I'm excited about that. It was a long week, y'all. It was a long week. It was so long. We're photographing from the moment we wake up to the end of the day, and then after you've done all your photographing, then you have to edit. So we try to get some of the edits done in the evenings. But it was a nonstop day, and shout out to Wayne for inviting me on this venture, because I was under his leadership, as he was the lead photographer, and he called me in to help support in this endeavor. And it was absolutely wonderful to do that. That is Vineyard Photography. So that's good. Vineyard 3. I think it's Vineyard 3 Photography. Vineyard Photos 3. So I'll get that correct for you guys, because you need to support him. If you're in Long Island, he's based in Long Island, New York. Not too far from here in the city. But if you need him, and but his name is photo is Bernard, but his name is Wayne. And so we had a good time. Hey, the Sunny Boys in the building. What's going on? Speaking of South Carolina, South Carolina, I'm hanging out with my son, and where all the family were all hanging out together. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I think he may teach me how to swim. Well, I know how to swim a little bit, but he's gonna reinforce. He used to be a lifeguard. So he knows all about the water. He's the one that is happy about the water. But anyway, back to Martha's Vineyard. So I got sidetracked. I saw him come on. I got sidetracked. Anyway, he says, "Good morning, chat." And who else is in the building? Hannah is in the building. She walked into the building, and David is in the building as well. David Mascaro is in the building. So again, thank you to ABC for having my photos on their show and the segment yesterday. Sorry, that wasn't yesterday. It was Saturday. Saturday segment. My photos were on their program, ABC News. And what else is happening that's so last week? Also, I had a chance to photograph all of these, obviously these main events and all these amazing movies. I'm going to share some of these movies with you guys today, so that way you'll know what to look forward to coming up in the next couple of weeks and also the rest of the year. So you'll be able to put them on your calendar or on your notes or whatever. These are great films that I am going to recommend from my time viewing them for last week, as well as photographing the panel discussions and the folks that were there. But I got to meet Tiffany Cross. I got to do obviously you saw me post my selfie with Tiffany. She is one of my favorite journalists. She is one of the hosts of the Native Land podcast, which I love. I look forward every Thursday to their podcast on YouTube. I love Tiffany for when she was on MSNBC, and she had her own segment, her own show, but she has such a commitment to headlines and stories that are for the Black community and to make us better and to inform us and keep us connected. So shout out to Tiffany Cross, hanging out, rubbing elbows with her, and that was really cool. And I just shared with her how blessed she is, how blessed we are because of her. And so that was wonderful time also this week. That was beautiful. So let's go through some headlines real quick, and then we're going to go through some photos from last week. How about that? Does that work for you guys? Are you on board with that? Are you guys feeling that? I see here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, it's so good to be back in this chair. And it's nice and cool here in New York, which is nice. Nice. I left, it was hot and steamy. Let's see here. Let's go in the headlines. First of all, let me put this up here. It is Motivation Monday, right? It is Motivation Monday. So let me put that up there. And I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. Being away from this for a week, you lose some of your traction of how, where all the buttons are. So let's see here. Let's also, if you are interested, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We'll keep that rolling as well. And okay, so let's go first. How many of you have been watching the 2024 Olympics? Gold. The United States did so well this year. So well. I was monitoring it while I was photographing and in these, meetings and sharing and all the other stuff. The Olympics was great. Obviously, the men's basketball team, the women's basketball team, the 4x400 relay race, and obviously you had the gymnastics. It was beautiful. A lot of gold. And so any of you guys watched that? Let me see what you guys are saying in there. How many of you watched the Olympics? How many were glued in? Anthony says the Olympics were a roller coaster. every morning they would show the photos from the Olympics, and I would get so excited because in my brain there's an imaginary place, and you know, because photographers, we can't do everything. We could try to do as much as we can, but I've always dreamed of photographing the Olympics. I know that. I mean, it's not far fetched. I'm still alive, so that means I can still make it happen, right? It can still happen that one day I will photograph the Olympics. It just wasn't the 2024 Olympics. And but the photos that came out of the Olympics was so beautiful. Beautiful Olympic. It was just, the footage was outstanding. There was one with, I think with the women's relay races, and they're all jumping in the air, snapshots, great shots. It was just beautiful. There was one where something fell into the water, and the pool guy got into the water and got it out the water, and next thing you know, he went viral, looking like Clark Kent. Uh, it was so many memorable moments. So I was able to squeeze them in the evenings while I was editing photos for the day. And so anyway, I love the Olympics. Shout out to all the Olympians. USA did very well. So I enjoyed what I did see. Okay, see here. He says, yes, a very low humidity weekend in Nashville, much needed. Well, it is low humidity here in New York today. I tell you, it is beautiful. This is my kind of weather. Here and there. Elise says, yes, the 4x100 was great as well. And I see here, let me go on. Here we go. Women's basketball was killing me. Well, the men's basketball was killing us too. I mean, they were behind. They were really behind. And then they made a very good comeback. It's not a good comeback, a great comeback. So, yeah, the Olympics was crazy. Had a lot of good moments. The breakdance. Did you guys see the break dancers? It was kind of like shocking to me. I was like, there's a breakdancing competition in the Olympics? Interesting. So we got you there. We got you there. Dr. Tachi says, shout out to Australia for their terrible women's beat girl breaking competition performance. Hey, Mimi Hinton is in the building. What's going on, Mimi? How are you? Good morning, Ron and the RLP crew. She's in the building. And Power says, Dr. Tachi, you ain't never lie. I love when you guys are communicating. You guys are alive. You are alive. Okay. Omar says, let's do LA. Omar, do we have any connections for the Olympics for 2028? And can you and I photograph the Olympics? We are in America. They're going to need American photographers. Shop American. Maybe it's possible. Omar. Yes. 2028. 4 years from now. I could get my dream. One of my dreams can come true. I'm believing it. I am going to believe it. I know when I put things into the universe, it will happen. A prayer and putting it in the universe. And I really believe God will answer the prayer. Okay, guys. So Omar, we're going to have to research this. Okay. Let's find out how many great photographers we can get involved in the Olympics of 2028 in LA. I'm in it. I'm in it, y'all. I'm in it. Adrian says the volleyball was disappointing. Wah, 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 wah. Sorry, Adrian. Sorry. And Chris says Australian women was horrible. It won't be back for 28. Hey, Felice. Fifi is in the building. Good morning, fam, she says. Good morning. Yes, we're back. I'm back. I am back from Martha's Vineyard. Okay. Another headline. So I can't stay here too long. I gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving. Okay, I see here. David says, Ron, an amazing artist you need to check out. Timothy B. out of Oakland, California. Make sure you send that to me. Send me the link and we'll make sure we feature that this Friday on our Focus Friday, where we feature all these amazing people. So make sure you do that. So David, make sure you send me the link so that way we can focus on him on Friday. Okay, I see here. Oh, Lee says there will be no breakdancing in LA. Hey, did I not say hello to Brian? What's up, Brian Young? Mr. Creative is in the building. Yes, you guys had a great rally. Speaking of rallies, the Kamala Harris VP KH rally. Tim Walz. First of all, anyway, I'm just gonna go straight there. I gotta go there. First, I mean, can you believe the dumpster guy? I'm out to be respectful. I'll still be respectful. I will not go low. But Trump is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Crazy. I mean, did Trump accuses AI generated crowds for Kamala Harris. He's so fixated on crowd sizes. What is he compensating for? What is his obsession with the crowds? Something is mentally wrong. Anyway, he couldn't believe it. Did y'all see the turnout? Did y'all see that turnout? Did you see the Arizona turnout? Did you see the Detroit turnout was crazy in the hangar? That photo is, I wish I would have captured that photo. Have y'all been watching? Have y'all been watching these speeches? Every night I get home, every night I got back to my place of residence when I was in Martha's Vineyard. I went and looked at every one of those speeches. It's crazy. It was crazy. Look at the crowds. Now, y'all, first of all, we know Trump is off. Something is terribly wrong with that dude. Terribly wrong. Terribly. Brian was in Detroit. Yes, Brian, were you in that hangar? Wow. Brian, were you in the hangar? If Brian, should I be sending you a link to tell us about the hangar experience? Were you in the hangar? I know you were. I know you went. I know you were going. And I remember seeing you. I'll be insulted by his accusations if I respected him. I was at Detroit, shook hands with Kamala and Tim. No AI. Trust me. There we go. That's what Brian says. Brian was there. I remember when you said you had your little video going and you were on your way. I saw you as you were moving past the line. Holy moly. Yes, right. Brian was there. And that was those photos were, those are priceless photos. Can we all say, can we venture on the idea that VP Kamala Harris is becoming part of pop culture? Is the Kamala Harris election With her, she and Tim Waltz, are they becoming a part of pop culture? Is it too soon to say that? What do y'all think? What do you think? Holy moly. Brian said, was it? He's actually doing. Yeah. He said, I mean, he actually could accuse of AI. That was crazy. It was crazy. So jealous. So jealous. No, that was no hologram. No, that was no hologram. Even Stephen King had to say, that was weird. That was weird. Yeah, Brian is our guy. Brian is our guy. That's why we have Brian. Look, this community is no shabby community. We have folks that are involved. We are involved. We are part of the landscape. That's right. Brian is our guy in the inside. Okay. Brian says, he says, I still have to permanently post all my pics videos into my IG. Hello, Brian. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You know, yesterday news becomes stale news. You gotta strike when the iron's hot. Felicia said, Madam Harris has the momentum to get a landslide win. If she can keep this momentum and continue to accelerate and build on this momentum, Fifi, I am agreeing with you. Madam Harris, Madam VP Kamala Harris has the momentum to get a landslide win. There are states that are now in play. Georgia is in play. North Carolina is in play. Florida is in play. Oh, I'm getting excited here. I'm getting too excited. We need to get and see the whole thing. Crowds don't produce a win. So we need those crowds to get out and vote. Not only vote, but they need to bring people to the polls. They need to get out there and get the message out. All of those people that you see in those arenas need to be involved. They need to be involved. They need to be engaged. Here's a message also. If you are this is a great time. I forgot. I'll have the link for you. There's a link right now for those that live overseas. You need to be going to the I forgot the name. I don't have the organization, but you can go in. I'll have that at the end. I saw this on Roland last night, and talking about you'll see Samuel L. Jackson is one of the people speaking for it. Is that you can now vote. Make sure you sign up to vote if you are overseas. Make sure you vote. Number 2, make sure if you are you are in your town, or you are away from your location, like you're away at school, you're away, you live in somewhere else. Make sure you can get your applications in so that way you can do those registration and vote from your locations. Number 3, make sure that you are on the rolls, because the Republicans have been quietly moving people off the rolls. So you may show up at the election day and not be able to vote. So make sure you are on the rolls. Make sure you go into your government websites and make sure you are on the rolls. And yes, the absentees voting. That's what absentees voting. Make sure you get that all done. Right now is important. August is the most important month to get all this done. Why? Because the first election ballots are in play come September. Okay, I think it's the end of September. Okay, so please, guys, get out there, make a difference, and make sure you tell your friends. Make sure you tell your friends that are in school, at college, that they need to get those applications in and done. Okay. Let me see here. What are you guys saying? Elise says, who remembers when his team used President Obama's crowd photos as his? Yeah. See, one thing we know about Trump is it's always projection. Everything that he does or will do or want to do or has done, he projects on others. Always. The man is the king of projection. Omar says, remember President Obama's first run? Yes, however, Kamala is ahead of Obama by 2 months. Obama didn't get traction until October. Obama did not get mass traction until October of 2008. Until October. She is already ahead by 2 months. It's August. And she has a range of people, a big range of people, young people, older people, black, white. Did y'all hear this week? I think it was this weekend. Republicans for Harris is now going strong. Republicans for Harris, my former Republican friends. I used to be a Republican, but the Republicans are doing it. Yes, right. Yes. Yes. Man, wouldn't it be awesome if everybody, Republicans, independents, wherever your party you decide you want to be in, but all said, you know what, forget our parties. Let's go all in and vote for Kamala because we need to save our country. We need to save democracy. We need to stop Project 2025. Come on, y'all. That's right, Brian. His projection is his confession. Anthony says, I believe she is part of pop culture. She's incredibly smart with style and swagger. There's also a level of pride in our communities. Much like when Obama ran, we all know we move the needle. Anthony, absolutely. I was with people at Martha's Vineyard and we were talking about this and we was like, people are buying Converses. I wonder what the Converse sales are. I wonder if Converse is going to support her. Will they be endorsing her, the Converse people? Her Converses are a trademark. I mean, not trademark, but they're iconic. People are creating all kinds of memes. Yeah. I think she's becoming part of pop culture. I think she is. Lee says, remember, Republicans for Harris also need to help give her the Senate and the House. Hello. That's right. We need blue up and down the ticket. And for all those that don't like politics, we are going to always go there here. Exactly. She says, exactly, Brian. People have to get out and vote for VP Harris, Senate and House of Representatives. Let's turn it all blue. There we go. That's right. Mimi says, make sure college students get absentee ballots. Thank you for the exact terminology. Check polling places. Check IDs to make sure they won't expire. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Mimi. That's right. We all need to be in it. We all need to be in it. Lee says, I love Converse. I remember when I got my first. Remember when we were kids, or for those that are of older age, it used to be pro kids against Converse. Remember that? It was like pro kids or Converse. Yeah. Anyway, for those that remember way back when, I will not forget. My cousin from Christmas got me my first pro kids, not Converses, pro kids. And I was so happy to have those Pro Kids. They did not fit. They were too small, but I wore them still because I had a pair of Pro Kids. I couldn't fit them. They hurt my toes. I wore those Pro Kids. I didn't care. I did not care. Pro Kids and Converses. Those were the good old days. Elise says, I remember when Converse cost $10. Oh gosh. Oh, Dr. Tachi, newsflash. Here we are. Today is the start of early voting here in Florida. So think about that, guys. It's important today. Early voting begins in Florida now. I did not know that. Holy moly. It's still August. Omar was on the same page as me. Right. Pro Kids. We had our Pro Kids. It was Converses and Pro Kids. And Shirley says, I am wearing chucks and pearls till the election. I'm telling you, there was so many people on Martha's Vineyard that were looking for their pearls, talking about their pearls, talking about their chucks. Yes, they were. I think she's part of pop culture. Okay, next subject. Need to move on so I can get to our Motivation Monday. I do want to share some photos. Okay, let's do that. Let's share some photos and then we'll do our motivation. We'll close out on our motivation for the week. But let's go here and share some photos. And I got to give you some dialogues here. So let me kind of like move through these pages together. We're going to do this together. Okay. Let's see how we do this. So let me just tell you, first of all, let me take this out and then put this up. Okay, there we go. Here we go. I'm going to share with you guys. Okay, so this was the event. They're already, guys, if you want to go, let me just scroll down. If you want to go to the Martha's Vineyards African American Film Festival, they already now have the dates for 2025. It's going to be August 1st through the 9th. August 1st through the 9th. So if you're interested, make sure if you want to go to Martha's Vineyard. Now, what I'm trying to think about, I talked to Dr. Tachi this weekend. We were chatting a couple of days while I was there. And no, it wasn't Dr. Tachi. It was, I was talking to Lisa yesterday. I said, wouldn't it be cool that we can all show up together in 2025? Like, I mean, obviously, you will be responsible for getting there and all the other stuff. But wouldn't it be nice that we all, those that love film, that we all will be there? That is going to be great. I had a great time, and it really was worth my time going to Martha's Vineyard. So it's a great time, and I'm thinking next year that I want to stay a week after I photograph. So that the 9 days, if I'm there for the 9 days, then I'm photographing. But I will end up staying probably from the 10th to probably the 17th or something like that. Okay. So, but I think we should start thinking about this. And I am going to also, Dr. Tachi, I am going to make sure we connect with someone. I'm going to connect you with a couple of people there, so that way, because you are multimedia, and it would be great to have you connected. So we're going to make sure we do that. And David says Kamala was just here, San Francisco. Gaza protesters saying, "Yep, okay, yeah, with Gaza folks." Well, we'll talk about that more again tomorrow. It's Florida primary voting that is taking place. Oh, thank you, guys. Lisa, it's the primary voting, not the major election. So it's primary voting that's going on in Florida. Okay, thank you, Doc. Thank you, Elise. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to tell you some of the film productions that I fell in love with. Okay. Um, one is, let me see. I got there on Sunday, so let me tell you. Monday, Daughters. This film is incredible. This is produced, directors Angela Patton, Natalie Ray is another director, Chad Morris as fatherhood coach, and we had the moderator. So in the conversation there, but this is produced by Netflix, and I do believe this is on Netflix or is about to come on Netflix. Daughters, is this is worth watching. You want to see Daughters. And what it is, they take this, it's like they have this gathering, and they follow these young girls and their relationships with their fathers. Some of their fathers are in prison. And it is a really good, let me just try to get this banner off here. Hold on a second. It is worth going to see. And so I should say that go to see. It's going to be on your Netflix. So check it out. If you have Netflix, put it on your like Netflix, put it on there, put Daughters. One you must see. Okay. Um Let me see another one that you wait, because this is all the mainstream ones I'm getting ready to give to you. Hulu, How to Die Alone, is a series, and that is going to be so much. It is really good. And that is let's see here, produced by again, Hulu and Onyx Collective. And but check that out. It was really good. You want to see that. And I'm going to show you some of the photos from some of the conversations in a little bit. Another story you want to see, for those that are into Old Dirty Bastard, A Tale of Two Dirties. That's another fascinating. That's not my genre, his type of music, but I found it fascinating. So check that out. You learn a lot about these folks behind the scene footage, two outlooks of how his thinking and his struggles. And so, Old Dirty Bastard, A Tale of Two Dirties. Check that out. And another one was really good. This was called The Radical Act. Can I click on this and it'll show up? Let me see if it pops up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I can do that, and you guys can see it. So this one was a radical act, Renee Montgomery, and she is a part owner of a WNBA basketball team, and it talks about her struggles and her story and pursuing that. But not only that, how many people in the sports industry, like LeBron and other folks, that came to her and helped her out through this whole stepping it up and taking and becoming a part owner of her basketball team. Really fascinating, really good stuff. Let me see if I can go back. Okay, another picture I think you should put on your radar. I had the best time with this movie. It's called Stacks. Oh, oh my gosh, this one is produced by HBO Max, and it's about we all heard about Motown for many years. Motown was our thing. Motown. All this information can be found on the Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festival website. This is where I'm taking this from, and but Stax was. I did not know there was this. Motown was considered classy music, black music, and the genre. But Stax was was now kind of like interrupting that classy and saying we're going to do music our way. And it was so fascinating. And the musicians, the talent, that so it really focuses, a great documentary, Stacks, on HBO. Make sure you put that on your, it's a series. Check it out. It is so educational and so informative. If you love music, this is for you. And but yeah, so this was really good. Director was Jamila Wignot, and we did that's what the moderator for the discussion. I'll share some photos from that as well. Really cool. What was another one I want you guys to see? Uh, False Positive. Oh man, if you are into sports, ESPN produced this one, and this is about Butch Reynolds and how his he lost so much because of they accused him of doing drugs in the games, and he he what was the word? He lost everything. He lost everything, and it was a false positive. And he did not take drugs. He did not use drugs. And to this day, even with the information of sharing about him not having the drug situation going on his record, still people, that's what the memory is of him to this day. And so the whole struggle of reclaiming his reputation. This was a very good movie. Another one, the panel discussion was incredible. I tried to share some of those when I was there. I didn't always have the opportunity to get those over to you guys, but this was great. Let me see what you guys are saying in here. Can I see some reds? Let's do it. Okay, I see that. Good, good, good. Let me get in here. Anthony said, so it's playing now. He says he loves Stacks. Whenever that's a doc, I watch it. I just watched the documentary. It's great. So there you go. The Stacks story is very interesting, says Elise. Okay, good job. Good job. NYCPT7 says Stacks is amazing. OD was an interesting guy, says Felicia. She's awesome. The star was the showrunner for Insecure. Yes. And let's see here. Hey, Lisa's in the building. Lisa Seeley is in the building. Okay, so I'm all caught up with you guys. How were you watching all of these, Ron? Aren't you supposed to be working the event? Well, usually what happens on the discussions, like they have small film, and usually during the small film, I'm usually editing. I don't usually get a chance to see the small film. However, though, I did make it my business to go to these big shows because I wanted to be able to talk to you about it and to give you recommendations. But not only that, because I was usually part of what's called the green room. So usually in the beginning of the show, the stars or the talent, the directors, they gather in what's called the green room, and I photograph them with other photographers. And then they go to the stage and they go to the audience, or they're doing that, or they do it after. Either way, I'm usually in the auditorium, kind of like photographing different things and people going into the auditorium and all the little stuff like that. But mainly I get my seat in my little area. I'm usually seat in the front row, and I'm sitting there waiting for the movie to end. As soon as the movie ends, then they have the chairs and everything set up, and then I start photographing the panel discussion as they're coming onto the stage, as they're interacting, as they sit down. I start photographing all of that stuff. So it get also when I'm photographing the big talent, and I hate to say big talent, little talent, but the big talent, some of these shows, when when I see the movie, I know this sounds strange, but it is what it is that when I see some of the movie, it gives me a certain passion for how I photograph people. So it's almost like when I'm photographing events, or I'm photographing Soul Summit, or photographing um, different events that I get totally involved in the music. I get involved in the. I put my mind totally into what I'm doing. It's the same thing with these movies. It helps me photograph them in a better way. I start to, because I know their stories and what these movies are talking about and what the themes are. It allows me to take my photos at different angles and from different perspectives that I probably wouldn't do if I did not know who they were. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe to other photographers, it does make sense, but that's why I do sit in on some of these, especially the big talent, because I know I had to give great photos to these big houses like Hulu, Max, and Warner Brothers, and all these people. Okay, I see here. You have listened to Joshua Bell's new album, Give It Good Go to Sleep. Oh, yeah, this is something that Elise gave to me. Uh, I hope that all you have listened to Josh Bell's new album, Give It to God, Go to Sleep. It is a beautiful album. Yes, Elise put me onto his music. Okay, back to this. Okay, so we have this. So make sure you check out False Positive. It is excellent, beautiful story. And what's another one that? This movie is so good. It's called The Supremes at Earl's All You Can Eat. Now, it is so good. So make sure you see this movie. I don't want to even go into it. I don't want to give anything away, but it is a good movie directed by Tina Mabry, and Anjanou is in it. Ellis Taylor, she's in it, and Mekhi Pfeiffer is in it. Corey Murray, sorry, she was a moderator. Tina, so all these, so it was really good. Sanaya Lathan was in it, and let me tell you, I've been following her since she's been obviously the love of basketball, and this whole cast was so beautiful. The interaction, how they told this story was so well done. It's called The Supreme at Earl's All You Can Eat, and man, it was absolutely wonderful. And what was even better for me was the opportunity to photograph them and on the panel discussion. So it was really cool to do that. And I'm going to go through some of the photos real quick in a little bit. I think I'm going to just give you one more. Let me see. What's another one? Oh, I'll just go straight to the app. I'm going to miss. I'll just have to do some more later. But the one that blew my mind, oh God, there's so many. Guys, you got to check out this one. Okay, I'm going to give you two more. Luther, Never Too Much, Never Too Much, Never Too Much. This movie, this is a documentary, is coming into theaters this, I think, for Christmas or Thanksgiving. I can't remember, but it's at the end of this year. And if you thought you knew Luther Vandross, you are probably like myself, mistaken on how much this man has contributed to music. His career was short. So many things about this dude, and I'm just saying that with respect, was incredible. His life story is worth watching. And there was one moment, definitely one moment, that I was nearly choking up in tears. And I obviously I had to keep myself controlled because I need to photograph after. But during the movie, I was so moved. This story about Luther is incredible. It is worth going to see. I think you will enjoy it, especially the folks in this audience. The director, Dawn Porter, did an amazing job, and so it was beautiful. So guys, check out that, and I'm going to give you the last one that's going to lead me to my photos that I'm going to share with you guys, and that is, this blew my mind. I was talking to Chris about it as we had our morning chat this morning. This movie, and some of you have probably seen it, Fight Night, the $1 Million Heist, which is based on a true story. And it has Taraji, it has Don Cheadle, it has Chloe, and then Tiffany Cross was the moderator. And I love Tiffany. And and then it was also the executive producer is Will Packer. It was this movie was quite interesting, but I just want to tell you about what happened in the setup of this show for that night. They had a team come in early that day. I'm gonna show some photos. I think let me get some photos here for you guys. Where are we? Okay, there we go. Let's get that cursor up there. So they brought in these gold chairs, these gold sofas. They came with a production crew on for the stage. But outside, they had this big, huge mural banner, and they actually brought the Cadillac that's in the movie. The car that was in the movie was in there. I mean, Peacock spent some money on this presentation for this film festival. I have never seen anything so beyond. I mean, what they put out for this film, but you have all these great celebrities. Samuel L. Jackson is in this movie, and you have Kevin Hart is in this movie. Terrence Howard is in this movie, and so let me see if I can really just there we go. So there we go. So this is everybody on stage. I got a chance to obviously this is the photos that I will be sending to them to Peacock. So I'll be sending these out to Peacock probably today. And but it was such a great the conversation. I took these photos and Taraji, I love this woman. I love her honesty. I love her directness, her professionalism. Man, I had the time of my life listening to them, and then also we had a chance to photograph them in the back room, and what's called the green room. This is my wonderful Tiffany. I love Tiffany, and she was moderating, and so these are some of the photos, and some other folks that were there, and Chloe. So you see all the images here, and so I'll be sending these out. I loved my time with these folks, and got a chance to really take some cool photos of them. And so anyway, so you see these, and then obviously the end when everyone's talking, everyone stands up, and then you take the photo, so that way you have the whole team, everyone that's on the panel discussion together. And so that was a lot of fun. This was in the back room, and we had some special guests popped in, and this is one of the founders, and you know who this is, and so it was great. So we had that, and let me see if I can get something else up here for you guys, and let me see what's another good one. Let me see here. Yes, the Supremes. Okay, so I still got more to add to this, but this is really cool. Watch again. They're so funny. Some of these actors they have such personalities, and they are real about what they do. And so these are some of the photos from the day. Again, so I'll be adding more photos to this, but just wanted you guys to see some of this, and because you are my audience and you guys support what I do here, and you guys support me as a photographer, and so why not give you guys some insight of what's some of the events that were happening. I think this was Radical Act. This is really cool. Again, this is with Renee Montgomery. I sent those out. And that's the auditorium. So it was a good time, y'all. It was a good time. And then back room and the team. So there we have it. I mean, excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. I'll probably share a little more during the week because there's so much photography that I shared, that I photographed, and I'll give you one more. This was really funny. This was Crump, our lawyer. This movie was interesting too. It's called How to Sue the Klan. Very good movie about five women who were shot by the Ku Klux Klan in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Anyway, it was a great panel discussion, and so these are my photos for that as well. And really good times, and then some times after. Okay, so that's it for today. We'll share more during the week. Can't give you everything today, but I think you got the gist of what I'm doing and what I was doing there in Martha's Vineyard. So let's get into it. Oh, it's already 10:59. I gotta go through my motivation. Oh, Motivation Monday. Okay, so guys, let me just give you that a couple of here for Motivation Monday and get you guys ready and set for the week. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys are enjoying this information. My last message was for Hannah. Okay, the photos look amazing. Ron says, Elise, I'm in and out this morning, outside, working in the yard, having a tree removed. Hannah is always gardening. I'm glad that you are enjoying the album. Got to make that. Okay, got that. Okay, good, 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 good. I see. Okay, great job. Okay, so guys, I hope you guys enjoy. So let's get you guys out on the road. So, okay, so today's Motivation Monday is from Kamala Harris. She says, the American dream belongs to all of us. And a breakdown to that. One, first of all, inclusivity and diversity. The American dream is a testament to the nation's rich tapestry of cultures and backgrounds. So we know who we are as Americans. We know that what makes America great is all of us together. We come from backgrounds all around the globe, everywhere, different economics, different backgrounds, different cultures. We are the tapestry. And I'm not going to go into all the details. I had more planned, but also what makes us great, what makes us beautiful, and equality, opportunity. At its core, this quote emphasizes the importance of equal opportunity. The American dream belongs to all of us. I'm going to go to number 3. Community and support. We have to support one another, but this is what makes us different. This is what makes us different as Americans, right? Community and support. Achieving the American dream is often a collective effort. It's all of us working together. When I was at this film festival, I sat there and said, wow, look at all of these people. And some of their testimonies, like some of the writers were like, wait a minute, we put our all into this, but we didn't do it alone. That's what you heard, the common thread of all these folks. We did not do this alone. They were thanking their producers. They were thanking their writers. They were thanking the production crews. They were thanking all of these people. We cannot do anything alone. It is all of us working together. That's what makes the American dream possible for us. 4, resilience and perseverance. The journey to achieving the American dream is not always easy. It requires resilience and perseverance. Yes. Again, I picked this quote because it summed up my week. Every single person, again, was sharing how much finances, or one husband and wife team, they said, we did not know how we were going to pay for it. We ended up paying for it one piece at a time. And now their movie is going to be in theaters come this fall. And they were even expecting it to be there. They just kept doing it. They kept doing it. And then they made requests. And people showed up to make it happen. You got to persevere. You got to be resilient. We got to keep going on doing what we do. We can't give up. We cannot give up. Right? And last but not least, hope and inspiration. Lastly, this quote is a beacon of hope. It inspires us to believe in the possibility of a better future. A better future. That's why everybody's campaigning and doing all of that for, right? We want hope. We want a better future. We want to make life better for ourselves and for the people around us. So at the end of the day, this week, the American dream belongs to all of us. The American dream belongs to all of us. So go out there this week, work your butt off. Work your butt off to get what needs to be accomplished done. I'm going to be working like a slave child this week on these photos, trying to get this to these photos houses. But everyone has something that they need to do. You all have something you need to do this week. Be perseverant. Persevere. Be strong. See the beauty of working with others. Pull people into your project. It's just not you that's going to make it happen. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to call people in and say, hey, what's your ideas? What do you think about this? I want to do this. What do you think? The American dream belongs to all of us. And by it being for all of us, belonging to all of us, is because all of us will be involved in doing it. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this Touch Base Daily. I hope you have fun. I hope you got some wisdom. I hope you enjoyed this time together. It was so good to be back with you. I missed you. And now I'm back. Love you all. Okay, what are you saying in there? What are you saying in there? I see hands up from Brian. That's the beauty of America, says Elise. We have to fight for it. That's right. We have to fight for it. And then I see New York City YPYT7 says, that is where the great migration actually hurt the African-American collective, Adrian. Okay, I don't see that word. Okay, migration. Okay, migration. Sorry, the Great Migration. Actually, okay, got thrown off by the M. The little typo. Sorry, New York City. Got that there. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day. Have a great day. Have a great week. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tip Tuesday. We're going to talk photography tips tomorrow. So be ready. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. If you enjoyed this, share this video with a friend. Share this information with a friend. Make sure you do it. And what do we do every day? What do we say? We live life like we mean it, and we focus on what matters. Have a good day, guys. Love you all. See you tomorrow. I'm out of here. Later.